Now, because the teacher and other school personnel like psychologists, principals, everyone is perfectly positioned to work and interact with kids, they're going to be able to see these behaviors very frequently because they manifest quite commonly within school settings. One of the biggest concerns, however, is that they're often not recognized, or if they're recognized, then they're dismissed at times, not because we don't think they're problems, but because they're more challenging behaviors within the overall context or with other children that may require more attention and more resources to deal with. What teachers can do when they identify a child who they think is struggling with anxiety or OCD, the first step is just connect them with the school counselor. You can talk on your own with the school counselor that you're worried about a kid because they're being really, really quiet, even though you know that they have the ability to speak out, but yet they aren't. Or you see that anxiety kind of bubble up and get in the way of them doing the things they want. Or they're engaging in a variety of compulsive behaviors, like always coming up to your desk to ask for reassurance, or using hand sanitizer excessively, or writing things, erasing and rewriting. And that first step of identifying the child really helps get things in line, and it puts these types of problems in the eyes of someone who has an appropriate level of expertise so that they can help figure out what that next step assessment or intervention would be. Another thing that teachers can do is work with other school personnel and the families in understanding what the child's individualized education plan might dictate. So in some cases, it might be appropriate for a teacher to actually have a child gradually exposed to certain things that make them fearful, if that's within their individualized education plan. Now, this could come in the form of calling on kids more frequently than you would to answer questions, perhaps in a case of social anxiety. It could be in the case of someone having to perform incorrectly or make mistakes so that they can tolerate the distress that comes with the inevitable fact that we all will make mistakes. But that for someone who's perfectionistic, they may struggle with that distress. Or it could come in the form of limiting how often you respond to reassurance or confessions from a child with OCD. But it's very important for the teacher to engage with the family and school guidance and psychology to understand what behaviors they should be doing to be perfectly positioned to help that individual child.